All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, I'm here with my man, J.R. Rivas. He's a very prominent affiliate marketer, and I think a lot of people in this group can definitely benefit from some of the knowledge that he has and some of his experiences. So, if you'd like, man, tell us a little bit about how you got started and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so am I allowed to curse?
Go for it.
Okay. So basically, I grew up poor as shit and single parent household, all that stuff. My high school had like a 40% graduation rate. Just like a typical, like, run of the mill poor area of the country. It was in Pennsylvania. And basically I just kind of got curious, and I knew that like all my friends were going to college, and I was like, well, how are they going to pay for college? And they're like obviously going to take out loans and stuff. So
Right.
it just didn't sit right with me. So I started like doing research and finding out that most people with college degrees don't even make that much money unless they're a lawyer, doctor, whatever, and then they have to give up 8 years of their life. So, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I kind of looked around, and like the people that I was listening to, like my teachers and stuff, they were saying like go to college. But then I'm looking at, and being in high school, you're pretty shallow. So I looked at the cars they drove, and it was like, Toyota Corolla, RAV4, and Honda Civic. So I'm like, if I listen to these people, I'm going to get what they get.
Right.
So I started to just do more research and just read books and find that success is a formula.
Mhm.
And I basically found other people that were poor and made it out. So I was like, okay, this is possible. I just got to figure out how. So I started reading some books. I got like this was in like 2011.
Mhm.
So the 4 Hour Work Week was pretty popular. Think and Grow
One of
Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, books like that. And then I ended up starting a tax business when I was 18, and I just saved up a bunch of money, and I bought an existing business, and I got it financed. I negotiated like a financing deal with the guy.
Wow.
I'd read this book by Donald Trump. Actually, this was before he was even like in the running for president or anything.
Okay.
He had a book called the Art of the Deal, and it
Yep.
was a book on negotiating. And so I read that, and I just kind of started to learn about that, and I was able to negotiate this deal that worked extremely in my favor.
Mhm.
So I did that whole tax business thing for like 4 years. I grew the business to 3 locations, 53 employees by the time I was 21.
Wow.
And it just it kind of sucked. Like it was a seasonal business, so it was super hard to like retain staff. I'd have to hire like 50 people every year, all at one time. And if you make 50 new hires, like most of them aren't going to work out. So it was just headache. Like a lot. Like we had a lot of liability.
Mhm.
Somebody slipped and fell, broke their collarbone, dislocated their hip, or yeah, broke their collarbone, dislocated their hip in one of my offices. So I kind of knew, and on top of that, like the industry as a whole wasn't doing too hot, but
Right.
our competitors, our online competitors, TurboTax was doing phenomenally. So I was like, well, if they're doing great online, then I need to be online. So I started a podcast, and I just started to interview people because I knew that I didn't have a ton of money because I ended up selling that business on like a financed deal. So I didn't have a ton of money, and I knew that in order for people to talk to me, I couldn't just
Mhm.
call somebody up and say, "Hey, can you mentor me?" So I started a podcast because I knew that if I had a platform, then
Right.
people would be more open to talking to me, and I could pick their brains and find out like what I wanted to do. So long story short, ended up interviewing Dan Henry. This was before he was the Dan Henry that everybody knows today,
That's
and
crazy.
he hadn't made his course or anything yet. But I started kind of learning Facebook ads from him,
Mhm.
and then fast forward maybe 6 months of like struggling and trying to learn Facebook ads and trying to get clients and stuff. I ended up getting my first client. Soon after that, I scaled my agency to $10,000 a month in
Mhm.
45 days just by leveraging my first client. First client was definitely the hardest to get, but after that, it wasn't too difficult. And then from there, people started asking me because I would post, I became like a community member in all these different groups. So I would post about my results and stuff. So people started messaging me asking to basically pay me to teach them how I'm getting these results.
Right.
So after I did like 10 or 15 of those one-on-ones, I was like, I'm tired of doing these one-on-ones. I should just record it and turn it into a product. So I did that. Then I made a couple more products like that. Then I started doing affiliate marketing because I wanted to build a passive income on top of everything that I was doing. So I got into affiliate marketing, started promoting ClickFunnels, and probably like 8 months later, I got 100 active users on ClickFunnels. And the way their affiliate program works is once you get 100 active people on top of the commission that you make, which is about $5 to $6 grand a month, they also make your car payment. So I picked up a nice Corvette Stingray. I forgot the name of it for a second. Nice red Corvette Stingray, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now.
And did you do the affiliate boot camp? And for anybody listening, ClickFunnels is I think it's pretty well known, and probably most of the people in this group probably know what ClickFunnels is. And to kind of reiterate what JR is talking about, this isn't affiliate marketing is not network marketing, and I've gotten that question quite a bit.
Like people ask me that all the time. They're like, "Oh, so what network marketing company are you in, or is that like one of those pyramid things?" And I'm like, that's why, like, when I meet somebody on the street and they ask me what I do, I just tell them I build websites, because it's going to take like at least 10 minutes to explain exactly what I do in a way that they'll be able to understand.
I hear you, because I started in digital marketing myself, and even that was too confusing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
On the street, so I just tell them I help small businesses online. It's pretty much as simple as that. And I actually, going back to what you said earlier about college, I know there are a lot of people in this group who kind of went through the same thing I did, where we went to college, we paid luckily I only have like $30,000. I started with about $30,000 in debt. Didn't use my degree at all. And I know there's members who actually have upwards of $200,000 to $300,000 in debt, and they couldn't do anything with their degree. So now they're kind of looking for a secondary outlet to make money. So this is definitely a good way to go about it. With that said, you got your start in ClickFunnels, which is a great affiliate program. So with that said, what do you think, JR, are some good routes to kind of go about getting a start for somebody who has never done affiliate marketing? Where would you kind of recommend getting a jump on that?
Start with the stuff that you've already bought. Like, look around your house and like subscriptions and stuff like that, and see if they have affiliate programs. Chances are they do. Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart all have affiliate programs. Target. So anything that in your room right now, the desk that you're using, you can most likely sell that as an affiliate. I like software and information products because they're recurring and they often have the best payouts. So then I'd look at your hobbies and say, if you're into, dog training or whatever, that's always like the cliche affiliate niche, then see what products are out there that you can promote. Like for example, there's a subscription service called BarkBox. There's also like dog training programs. For me, I'm into like boxing and jujitsu. There's a ton of different things that I could promote. And I don't just do affiliate marketing. So what I teach people is affiliate marketing is great, but you can also develop your own information products relatively easy and sell them for $37, $47, $97, $197, $297, and sell that off the back end of affiliate products as well. So for example, I sell ClickFunnels. I sell a ton of ClickFunnels, but people want ClickFunnels so that they can get clients or whatever. So then I also sell them training on things that I know about to help them with their ClickFunnels account and to make money as well. So I'm also I just started doing like dance class, like so I can also like promote products for that. Like anything that you're into, you can probably make money in that niche, whether it's through affiliate marketing or just developing your own stuff, building your own following.
Exactly. And that was kind of my draw to affiliate marketing myself. And I actually have a crash course that I recently released to some of the group members, and I'll be sending that out to everybody on Monday after the early bird special is all finished up. And in the crash course, I kind of mentioned that you can get into basically anything that you want. Just like JR said, anything in your room, in your house, stuff that you've used, chances are you can promote that as an affiliate. And ClickFunnels is definitely a good start, a good place to begin that. I actually joined the affiliate bootcamp for ClickFunnels, and they make it really easy because they kind of help you out with getting your emails all set up as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's another example here. I'll show you guys this dude. His Instagram's The Flexible Dieting Lifestyle. He only has one product, and it's a recipe. It's a PDF. He sells a PDF for $67. And I've actually bought this PDF. So all he does is make all these different recipes, and then he sells them in a PDF. But also when you get the PDF, it's like affiliate links galore for like the rest, the like kind of protein. So it's basically like healthy recipes. So a lot of these like he makes like little cakes and Pop-Tarts and stuff. They're made with like protein powder. So he affiliates for the protein powder company. And he just shows people these recipes, and he's like, well, if you want to do the recipe, you need this protein powder. Off of this dude has built a following of 150,000 on Instagram. So that is an example of a niche within a niche. So his niche is fitness. He's like a fitness dude, but he niched down to like all these macro friendly different recipes that are like 400 calories and stuff. So he sells his own thing, and then he sells affiliate stuff off the back end. But I could imagine like the recipe book that I bought from him, it has like 300 recipes. So I could imagine, and they're all stuff he developed himself. So like he put in some real time to put that together. But the cool thing is now that it's done, he can sell that over and over again forever.
Right. And so basically what you're saying with this is somebody buys that PDF and they go into the PDF and they want to do a certain recipe. So they click on the product within the PDF, and it'll bring them directly to like an Amazon link.
Right. And he does it with like his cooking materials, like the pans he uses, all that kind of stuff. But also not only if you buy the book, he gives like free recipes as well that you also need, certain things to do.
Right. And that's a very good example of leading with trust. Or leading with value to create trust, I should say. And what JR mentioned about a niche within a niche, a really, really good resource, actually by the same guy who created ClickFunnels. And I feel like we're totally like advertising ClickFunnels right now, but I'm sure you've read this one too, JR.
The whole red ocean, blue ocean strategy.
Exactly. So elaborate on that.
So basically what he says is that, and it's actually a book, Blue Ocean Strategies, where Russell learned that stuff from. But
and
basically,
he's the creator of ClickFunnels.
ClickFunnels, yeah. So a red ocean, there's two segments, I guess, a red ocean and a blue ocean. A red ocean is something that everybody's fighting over. It's really crowded. So for an example of that would be fitness or supplements. Like there's a ton of information. There's a ton of people fighting for that space. A blue ocean would be, and it like what this guy did. He took fitness, but he carved out his own little niche, which is these super healthy, macro friendly desserts and recipes and stuff like that. So instead of focusing on fitness like everybody else, he carved out his own niche. I have an entrepreneur group that I'm a fitness group as well that I'm developing a product for. And it's fitness hacks for entrepreneurs. So it's about getting entrepreneurs in shape. So the red ocean would be fitness. The blue ocean that I'm carving out is fitness for execs and entrepreneurs. So it's catered towards them. So that's also something to keep in mind, because you might say, well, I love dog training, but there's just a million different people on YouTube. Well, maybe you can do German Shepherd training, or maybe you can do a certain segment of dog training, like I don't know, housebreaking or whatever. So there's always a new thing that you can come up with and become an expert in and focus on and promote different products in, or make your own products. Right.
And using Instagram is actually a really good method that I didn't dive too deeply into in the crash course. The JR, just for reference, the crash course that I created really talks about creating niche blogs for new affiliate marketers. And within it, it talks about using long tail keywords. And long tail keywords kind of go right along with the the blue ocean, red ocean strategy, where you want to kind of niche down into something that not a lot of people are searching for, but there's still a very very real niche for it. So for instance, instead of searching for like fitness on Google, people might be searching for like
30-minute fitness home workout.
Yeah, something that has a lot less searches, but there's still a lot of searches, and it's also very or a lot easier to rank in Google for those things. So with that said, you can definitely, you know, pop a link in there back to the Instagram and just kind of help generate traffic like that.
Yep, so, exactly.
And with that said, we'll start to wrap this up. We'll keep this short and sweet. And guys, because this is the first interview, which has already been an awesome one, just for future reference, we're going to keep these bad boys to about 30 minutes. Okay. So JR, with that, what would you say are the top three? Let's say the top three things that you would do if you're a new affiliate marketer. Top three things that you should do to get started.
Go for community and brand. So try to, you know, take the time to like try to build an Instagram or build a Facebook group and stuff like that. Second, I'd say is probably put together a resource guide, meaning like the best resources for whatever you're doing in your niche. Like, for example, this guy could easily put together one resource guide that you can give away as a free download that can be loaded with all his affiliate links, the pans he uses, the protein he uses, all that stuff. So I have a resource guide. I think I have one on my website. If not, I used to. But then I switched over my website and stuff. I don't know if that made it over.
If you want to drop a link to that, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find it and I'll drop it. I know it's somewhere. So I make a resource guide, and then just look at your competition and try to find someone else doing something or something similar, and just go through their stuff and see how they're doing what they're doing and model. Don't copy exactly what they're doing, but model what they're doing. So for example, if they're doing YouTube videos, if they're doing blogs, if they're doing, if they have a Facebook group, the brands that they're promoting, things like that, model that and just kind of get obsessed with what people like go through their comments and see find the comment where someone's like, hey, can you make a video on so-and-so? And then you look and the person hasn't made one yet, then you make it. So, just kind of get immersed into whatever it is, the niche that you want to promote, get obsessed with it, and you can build a 6-figure business in less than 6 months, which is I mean, I built my 6-figure, I have a 6-figure passive income from affiliate marketing that I built in about 6 months of just, you know, researching and talking to people and trying different things and building things up. And then I'll give a bonus, just give a lot of value. Like I have a free academy when you join my group, I say, hey, thanks for joining my group. Here's a free academy. And it's like 15 videos that I just made to just help them out with the thing that they're there to learn. So just focus on giving value, and, you know, make sure you have some offers out there that people can buy. And if you give value and people like it and people like you, they'll buy your stuff. Guys, I spent $67 on this dude's PDF just because I tried 2 of his recipes that were free and I liked them. So I'm like, his PDF's probably a lot better. So, yeah, just kind of focus on value first and the rest will come.
Absolutely. That's awesome, JR. And guys, we have a little bit of time left here, so I'm going to kind of go through some of the questions. I can't see who's posting these. It doesn't show the name, but we'll kind of go through some of these. Let's see here. All right. I feel like Instagram is hard to build on. Do you have any specific tips to get started with building more of an audience, JR?
So the easiest place I think that I've been able to build an audience has been a Facebook group. So my Facebook group has about 13,000 on it. My Instagram has about 14,000, but my group has made me more money, put it that way. It's the main play is just consistency. Keep posting content. I learned that from Casey Neistat. He's like, when you're frustrated, just keep posting content. Post every single day. Post as much as possible. Reply to everybody. Ask questions. Like, just be consistent and find what people want and and give them more of that. Also try to network, try to collaborate. Like when I was growing my Facebook group, my Facebook group grew to 10,000 in like 3 or 4 months. Like it wasn't a ton of time. So it's not like you have to beat away at this for 5 years to build any kind of traction. If you're putting out, also bring in a huge tip for growth is like bring in people like the way that you're doing right now, bring in people for interviews. And that gets their audience involved and it gets your audience to check them out. And it's a good cross promotion, and it takes a lot of work to get these interviews together, and your audience appreciates that. So start with interviews, do Facebook Lives every single day. If you're not good on camera, get over it. Like, I don't like, everybody's like, oh, I hate being on camera. I'm like, how is being on camera any different from like talking to someone face to face? Like you're talking to people. It's the same thing. So just put your big boy pants on and get over it.
And your big girl pants. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So just be consistent with content, find what people like, find your blue ocean, and just do your thing.
Absolutely. Awesome. And here's another one. I think I know who posted this one. I think this is from Kimberly. So how could I do this with yoga? I feel like I don't know how to find my niche within it.
So yoga, hold on. I actually do yoga. I did yoga yesterday. That's funny. But so yoga, there's definitely niches within yoga because, for example, there's a yoga YouTube channel called Yoga for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's the one that I'm kind of into, and that's a niche within a niche. There's also yoga at home, 15-minute yoga, 10-minute yoga. There's hot yoga. There's subsets within yoga that you can focus on. There's yoga over 50. There's yoga, you can do like yoga for 20 somethings, like that could be its own thing. That's actually a good idea. I don't even know if there's something like that, but yeah, just find out like what segment you feel like you bond with. And kind of a tip for that is like people like you, physically and mentally are usually going to be attracted to you. So when I run ads, the people that respond the best to my ads are men between 20 and 25 because I'm a male between 20 and 25. So start there, like maybe women her age that are into yoga, whatever age she is. And if she's 40, then yoga for 40 somethings. If she's 20, then yoga for 20 somethings. Yoga for, college girls or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And Kimberly, if you're still a little confused on, kind of how to find your sub niche within yoga, a good tool that I like to use is called Keywords Everywhere. It's a free Google Chrome plugin extension that basically allows you to type in a keyword like yoga. And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, it'll give you kind of subsets of that, or like kind of related topics people are searching for. Basically, those are sub niches. So you can try that route as well. And with that, I think we're going to wrap up after that. JR, is there anything else you'd like to include? Maybe a link to your Facebook group that you mentioned, or your website, or just a business page?
Sure. Yeah. If you just go to Google, type in JR Rivas, all my stuff will come up, jrrivas.com. And my Facebook group is digitalmarketinghacks.org. Also, check out Gary Vee's book. He kind of covers everything that I talk about. He shows exactly how people are killing it with, really obscure niches. Like he talks a lot about a dude that all he talks about is like hip hop from like 1990 to 2000. And he's making 6 figures. So it's all about how to use the internet in today's world for your hobbies and your passions to be able to make that your living.
Right.
And it's called Crushing It.
Crushing It. Yeah, that's an excellent book. And I did see somebody. Well, actually, we've had quite a few comments here about Instagram. I just picked this one up. I started reading it. Just quite honestly, it was from a Facebook ad. There you go, Facebook ads at work. But
who's that by?
Who's this one by? The Jeremy McGilvery. I know he made quite a bit of money using just Instagram. He grew his group like crazy, just without Facebook, anything. But this is definitely a good resource as well.
Nice. Yeah, post that link. I'm definitely gonna pick that up.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a really good one. And I know they've made a lot of changes to Instagram recently, but most of what he talks about still definitely applies because it's stuff that I think goes back a long, long time, far
Yeah,
past.
my philosophy is like if you post good stuff and people like it and people like you, like, your Instagram's gonna grow, your following's gonna grow.
Yeah. And with that said, be authentic. I think that's so important that people try to kind of piggyback off of what other people are doing. Be authentic. People love real. That's really ultimately what's going to create trust with people and help whatever it is you're doing grow. So guys, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll post this broadcast so anybody who wants to share it can definitely share it. Thank you, JR. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been awesome. Great first interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right.